system set against us, and they also build us against each other to the point where we are blind to it. So these days, the best thing to do is go 100% God ways, because God's ways are the only way. God's ways are not the best way. Now, if it's the best, that means there's another second to it. So it's the only way. Nothing second to it. We are suffering from dysfunctional family. And we have to understand that it's a global agenda of the enemy through his system for the end time. And this will help us to become much more understanding toward each other, and also be willing to help each other instead. Today, family life, marriage life becoming much difficult just because we have been played without even knowing. So last time we talked about manhood, or man, we talked about the priestly husbandhood, not just a husband. We want it to be priestly, because that part of a man is almost missing out. And if you put things in the context of the end time, for the whole world to wander after the beast, and God has instituted a family and put a man to be the priest, if the Pope will play a role of a priest for all, then we need to remove all the priests. So it's important that we place family issue in a great controversial issue. Why? There's no one going to heaven that is not from any family. Does not exist. You have to be born from somebody that also come from someone. You are directly or indirectly linked to family. So through human family, heaven will be repopulated. Now, if we put the family, the marriage, in the context of the great controversy, quickly we will see that we are victims of ignorance and the system that's leading. It's like you have two people, brother and sister, right? For example. Okay, let's say two brothers. And someone wants to divide them. So you come to the first brother and say, look, you know your brother is planning to kill you. And I go to the other brother and say, look, you know that your brother is trying to kill you. What do you think is going to happen? You just put them in each one mind how to kill the other one first. But in reality, they both have one enemy that they didn't know. When I look at marriage in the last days and the way it's turning, and the way Bible says it also, the Bible says marriage is like going to be hard in last days. But it's going to be so bad that women will just want people's name. Just give me your name and it's fine. That's all I need. I don't need you as a man. Just give me your name. That's all. The Bible says that in last days. And one of the things that will be happening before Christ comes is people will be marrying and giving into marriage. But it's not a real one. Why? Because true marriage will prepare us for the marriage of the Lamb. So it is important that we understand how much we are affected by the work of the enemy, and what was God's original design, then everybody go right back to the original design. Otherwise, husband and wife will be blaming each other. Nowadays, men say that women are becoming very bad. If you ask women, they're going to say men are becoming so irresponsible. But in reality, both have the same enemy. All right, so it's very important that husband and wife, men and women, instead of looking at each other and seeing how bad we are against each other, let's just see each other as a victim of the same enemy. If we can see like that, quickly we're going to become a helper to each one, okay, to each other. We need to know we have been deceived by by the same enemy, our common enemy, to be much accurate. Then we will be able to choose to help each other. We're able to choose to be free from the deception of the enemy. If we can perceive the thing from that perspective, I believe there will be more than hope for every family, every marriage. So we got to pay good attention that for Satan, do the papacy, to establish whatever they have, they need to destabilize families first. Because if in every home, the husband was able to play his role as a priest, educate his family, wife and children about the end time, the prophecy, everything, sanctuary, health, all of these things, then the enemy can play his game anymore with us. So that is the reason why, if you go back to the 1950s in this country, here in America, the income from the man was enough. And then they changed it. They purposely changed it. They increased the expenses of life without increasing the salary. And they say, women, at the same time, they say, women, now you are free. It is true that the way men act in the past was not very okay. There was a lot of wrong in almost every society on earth. But to correct wrong, you don't bring another one. You bring the right thing. So men have been, I would say, doing more than they were called to do in fact of the laws and regulations in the past. And some of them were not very in favor of women, and it's not correct. But to correct that, we should not go to the other extreme. So what they did is they lower men's capacity to play their roles. And then they tell women that, look, it's time for your right. Now, which right they present to women? We have a real issue. Which right? Godly right or selfish right of the kingdom of this world? So it comes straight from the UN. It was a movement all over America, Europe, Asia, everywhere, women rights movements. For me personally, I agree with it. Everyone to have their right protected. But the question is, what is called right? Beside what God called right. To make it easier, Only the Creator has created everything to function in a certain way. Only He designed the standard of what is right. So the very moment you depart from God's standard, whatever you call right, and people need to fight for it, oh, you're going to bring destruction. For example, you tell the woman, look, nowadays, okay, uh, your body, your choice. In other words, we haven't made a provision enough money. If you want to do abortion, do it very quickly because it is your rights. See, that's their ideal of rights. And they encourage divorce strong. That's why most of the divorce are filed by women. There's a lot of push behind it. Please don't get me wrong about anything yet. I am describing a situation. I agree the women's right is necessary because of many draconian laws that was not okay. But what we call right and push women to defend does not come from God. So it's wrong. So it's a wrong war. It was intended to break homes. Now watch. If you lower what men can do and his role in the family, and then you lie to a woman about their right, and they tell woman like, look, we can provide everything for you. You don't even need a man anymore. That's how far the language gets. So it's kind of building against. I believe they should build women, should build men, everyone to become better. Of course, God way. But to build someone against someone else, that is called a precursor to war. So it's important that we understand that we have been played. Men are played so much that we are no longer manly. Men used to glory in hard work, be a hard worker, a provider. Like he can say that. I protect my family. I provide for my wife and children. Men take a pride. He can work a whole day, 6 days a week, happily. Like, yeah. Now, when you want to be stay-home mom, stay-home daddy, some though who want to do more, maybe playing video game along the day. For my little opinion, it might not be that good, but I think it's a curse. It's a curse to see a grown man sit and playing games, something that literally should be done by children, like that, like 4 or 5 year old don't understand a lot of stuff. They need the playing a thing for, a grown man should be dealing with a serious issue, thinking about the salvation of your wife and your children, the education, the future of your children, the health of your household, your role as a priest. You are playing video game. And your household depend on you. How possibly could anybody respect you in that condition? Wife and children, they will see a grown man playing video game for hours. It looks strange. So men need to know we have been very much hurt in a way they will become very weak. And women are built, unfortunately, against themselves and against their husband. Then what do we have? They present women the advantage of divorce. As a Christian, we might feel a little uncomfortable when we're talking about this, but it's the truth. There's something going on. It's a system that is encouraging itself. I believe the way divorce encouraged, if there are a real teaching, seminars, it should be a seminar that people should have 6 months to a year premarital course and pass all the tests before they will be qualified for any marriage and receive any marriage certificate or any marriage license. So we are in a situation where I want a sister to see that you have been played as well as the men have been played. So what happened now? Men cannot fully provide because they increase, okay, the expenses for life. The salaries has not changed that much, so send a woman to work. And they tell the woman, this is your right. And the woman celebrate that. Yay, now we have a right. Which one? Next to it is, you have a right to make your own money, do everything for yourself, but hand over your children to us. They didn't say that, but that's what it means. I think it's cruel to tell to any mother to hand over their 3-month little baby and ask the woman to go back to work. That's insanity. That's my opinion, but I think I'm right so far, according to me, The bond between the mother and the child, you cannot make it. You cannot fake it. It has to be built. The breast milk is more than food. The breast milk is one of the main things that is used to build the child microbiomes, especially if the child, unfortunately, come out by a C-section. So it misses a lot. When the child comes through the proper way, the swipe of the mother that covered his face and mouth helped that child to have the first microbiome. Yeah. Plus the breast milk. But thank God, if you miss and you come out by C-section, your mother needs to keep the breast milk for 1 year. This is research, this is science. For the child to have a proper development, formation and development of microbiome, the foundation of our whole health. So we send the mother quickly to work. And they didn't tell her that when you do that work, all the money will be taken back anywhere in the form of tax, insurance. You paid this, paid that, paid that. At the end, you were like, where was the money? It's gone. So you sacrifice the children for something you will not even really have. And more than that, they create a formula to feed the children on. So they start completely controlling. Anybody control your food, control your life. They put any kind of chemical in this food as they please. And now you have a sick generation of children. And the men as well, we are broken, messed up, low sperm count. Men are developing a lot of attitude that are not very manly, laziness. And men become so slow, nonchalant, very barely dragging their body. Men used to be manly. They can work in their farm whole days, 6 days a week, and be okay. Now it's complete opposite. So when we see what is happening to us, then we will choose to go back to God's way. We will see that, we're in a problem. Because to help Laodicea, Christ needs to help her to see her condition. So when we look at the first mother and the first wife, or Eve, and if we look at how the time she had been faithful, how things has been, then from the time things went wrong, and we will see how much things are about today. So we did talk about men problem last time, but this time I'm going to talk about women problem. And I will say, please, to sisters, you and me will know that you are naturally wired to be sensitive, I might be saying things that might make you uncomfortable. So before I start, I will say I'm sorry. So I apologize first. So if you hear something that makes you uncomfortable, just say amen and pray in your heart that you don't get offended. Because it's not about you. I'm not here to talk about you here. I'm here to talk about problem that we must all solve. So last time I talked about men problem. So if today I talk about your problem, don't feel like I'm targeting a woman, because some people feel like that and they say that on this line. Oh, I talk more about the woman. No. It seems like that because their agenda is much play for women. So if we agree on that, then I can continue. So what is God's original design for women? Way before even creation. In that creation, before creation, we had a plan of salvation. In the plan of salvation, Jesus must come. He must come through women. This is before creation of Adam. Woman has been in that plan of salvation to play a specific role. That is one. Second, at the creation, God designed women to be the one to partake the mystery of procreation, mystery of life. So I want you to see your role so high that God trusts you with life. That is a huge trust. Let me read something quickly from Desire of Ages. Desire of Ages, page 512. Desire of Ages, page 512. How far-reaching is the mystery of the work God called woman for? Let's read. Desire of Ages, page 512. It's chapter 56, Blessing the Children. The page 512, paragraph 3. Read. Let mothers come to Jesus with their perplexities. They will find grace sufficient to aid them in the management of their children. The gates are open for every mother who will lay her burden at the Savior's feet. He who said, suffer the little children to come unto me and forbid them not, still invite the mothers to lead their little one to be blessed by him. Even the babe in its mom's arm may dwell as under the shadow of the Almighty through the faith of the praying mother. Now let's follow carefully, please. John the Baptist was filled with the Holy Spirit from his birth. If we will live in communion with God, we too may expect the divine spirit to mold our little ones even from their earliest moment. The earliest moment of a child is in the womb. God is willing to fill the children with the Spirit of God. And this is so important to see the role parent can play even before children get to this world. to be much further, to go much further, before even conception, that should be taught and a mother to be, or a wife to be first, is very conscious about her role in the future generation, not just about her children. And to see how much God trusts you with life, the most important thing on earth. And when you understand this, it will make you really realize your value as a woman, not by yourself, but by your maker. And when you realize how much God trusts you with life, it will humble you. You will be so willing to be faithful to Him. And that will affect who are you going to say yes to be your husband. So it's important that women realize what was God designed for you to become a wife and a mother. What is His design? If you get it correctly, then you're going to see quickly that what the world is selling to you as a right is a lie, it's a deception. It's going to make sense to you very soon what I'm trying to say. I'm going to lay what God has laid down as what I call a privilege and a calling for women, and what this world lay for women as what to live by as their right. And you're going to see the deception very open. So God look at women, that through her, Christ is going to come. Through her, the plan of salvation will be fulfilled. God look at women, the heaven will be repopulated through women. Think about it. God wants to repopulate heaven through you. What is much greater than that? God created human being and want the procreation to be done by men and women. Men just give the seed in the cell. Woman take care of making the whole baby. That's why when women understand who they are, they cannot eat anyhow. Even before they get pregnant, they cannot be drinking, eating any kind of stuff. If they understood the responsibility of being trusted with life, then you must do all to make sure you offer your child a healthy body, everything possible. Now, a lot of children are sick because of their mother. Am I here to blame the mothers? No, I'm saying we are victims. Remember what I said from the beginning. So may we see this not as a blame, but as a victim of the ways of Babylon to destroy family. So anytime I'm going to say about women, I'm not here to attack you. I really want that to be clear. I'm here to describe what has been done to you, and then what God has provided to rescue you back. So I'm here to say this is the problem and this is the solution. I'm not here to say you are bad, you are this. No. You want to see what is wrong and how God want to fix it. We're going to do some diagnosis and some prescription. Something like that. So when you take a time to see the value God placed upon you, the image, the consideration in the whole plan of salvation, in repopulating heaven, and next to that, I want you to pay good attention. That God put a man to take care of you, to protect and to provide. Does that mean something to you to understand about? And God built a man to be different, bigger, stronger, bigger brain, bigger muscle, bigger bone, everything. To provide and protect and serve his family, wife and children. Do you get a point yet? That he has to do all he has to do to provide, to protect you. That's how much God value you, that he had to make somebody to even have immediate protection, provision, everything. You should see this as a privilege and respect it. So when God built you, He built you to take care of life, to do a lot of stuff. So I say, I want you to play this kind of role. For that reason, I'm going to create I have a man. I'm going to make sure that he's strong enough that he can protect and provide, plus the protection I'm going to provide by my holy angel and everything, because I am trusting you with life. But Babylon is telling you, if you stay home, take care of children, you are missing out. You're not making money. You're not making money. Which one? The money going to return right back to them, or you die and leave it behind. And that lie hurting a lot of sisters. And some of them wake up when they reach 40. And they are young. You are in your prime, 20-year-old, 21, 23, 24. And you get 30, it's not going to be the same. 35, it's not looking good. 40, I don't want to say anything because it might not sound good. And what they put in a woman's head, they place their profession over their womanhood. That is the deception. Women are deceived to believe, oh, your education first. Oh, your career first. Oh, your own money first. At the end, you realize, too late. You have been lied to. And when you are single, they tax you heavily. Take a whole lot from your tax. If you ask why, I said, because you don't have this, you don't have children, you don't have that. But they are the one that tell you, focus on career first, focus on your job, focus on school, focus on education. I believe women should be educated as high as they want. But it cannot, it should never become priority over womanhood, over motherhood. Yes, absolutely. I sound strange for a lot of people, but okay. Sometimes I like to be strange anyway. So, and today you can hear sisters said, I can't breastfeed my children. Why? I don't want my body to change. I'm like, what? This kind of mentality to the point God create you this way, give you a breast to take care of the children, and you are saying, no, I can't feed and breast milk for that long. I don't want my breast to calm down. Oh, God made a breast for you for something else. So I'm trying to describe what women have been fed on over the years. It's hurting children, it's hurting life that God has created. The very life God has trusted you with. This message might not resonate very well with a lot of old sisters on the line because you don't understand me very well. It's about the new generation, right? They understand what I'm talking about. They're teaching women today that it's better to preserve their breasts than breastfeeding. It's a crime, according to my definition, because you're robbing your children from the foundation of their life. Children, immune system depend a lot on the breast milk. They're bound. When a child is sucking breast and looking in the eye of the mother, it's a profound connection. You can't substitute that. And they tell, no, give them instead cow milk. And we are surprised how they are acting strangely. You are made of what you eat. So if a mother accepts certain way, breastfeed her children, choose to stay home to take care of their education, they start looking at you like, we are strange. Where are you coming from? Wake up, look around you. You want this woman to feel ashamed? No, you are doing exactly what God has privileged you to do. It's the most important work. Not even a work of a pastor or any prophet equal the work of a mother. Let me read it for you. Picture and Prophet, page 244, paragraph 2 reads. Picture and Prophet, page 440, no, 244, I'm sorry. I said 244, I mean 244. Okay, 244. Right here. I'm going to read the last. It says, how far reaching in its result was the influence of that one Hebrew woman when she an exile and a slave. The whole future life of Moses, the great mission which he fulfilled as a leader of Israel, testify to the importance of the work of the Christian mother. Now listen up. There is no other work that can equal this. The work Moses' mother did, that when he went back to the palace of the Pharaoh, he cannot be changed. That's how powerful is the work of a mother. Oh, I bless my mom every day because she did something. I was 3 years old, and people are sending their children to school, to kindergarten. She said, you're not going anywhere. I don't want you to be confused by nobody copying anybody. Stay home and we do it home. And I learned to read and write everything home. I learned to memorize very early. Yeah, sometimes I need some whipping. And very early, I was taught and believed that I'm different by my mother. Yeah. So before I went to school, I know how to read, how to write everything. I was 6 years old before she sent me to school. And when I come back from school, I had to tell her everything I have learned. Very early, I was taught to memorize large pages, large. And I grew up like that. And she taught me that I'm different. I had to be disciplined, everything. And I believe it so much because my mom don't lie. Like, when you trust your mother so much, it's the only person that tell the truth. Yeah. And make my school very easy, even to the university. So for very early, I was taught the way to learn, the way to memorize, the way to summarize everything by the mother. I'm given the discipline, the moment to play, the moment not to play. You don't go to school to pass. No, you go to school to be the best or nothing else. Yeah. It's the mother. So imagine if she was working outside somewhere, making horrible money. Oh, surely I will miss all of that. The work of a mother is mysterious because more than doing something, there's a bound. She sees the child as her own flesh, her own self. When she's doing things, it's done with some deep level of attachment to it. You cannot replace that by any teacher. Nobody. Not even a prophet can replace a mother. It's impossible. And they will tell the woman, don't spend your time breastfeeding your child. No, your breast will become saggy. Don't do that. They're telling women to disconnect from their own child. When they look at it as something good. Now they go much further now. We'll give you money, we'll give you everything if you want to do abortion. Your body is your choice. You can kill your babies. And it's a program. I was watching, I think it was Bill Gates' daughter playing that kind of stuff, and they put a lot of money into it. They give the hospital a lot of money to do it. And they hire doctors to pay them well to kill children too. And we call that society. There's a society that's telling you you're right not to connect with your children. Don't breastfeed them properly. You're right to even kill them before they're born. And when they are born, you're right not to feed them properly. You're right to destroy their health, feeding them garbage, all of that. You're right go to work and hand over your children to a strange people you don't even know, have no interest for you, willing to destroy yourself, your children, your marriage. You hand over your children to them, and you walk around like you are playing great thing, turning your body like you are somebody. You are deceived and a fool. These are not insults, it's a description. If these things should happen, I think this is anything people should protest against. Walk in the street, ask government to change laws, is children's right to their mother for at least 1 year. Because if you don't do it, guess what? Children will be missing deep something in their hearts. And a woman will also have mental issue because they miss the love from their child. It's both ways. Money can't replace it. Promotion at work can't replace it. You are designed by Almighty to operate like that. I know somebody will be uncomfortable when I'm talking so much about motherhood. Yes, I'm talking about that, and you are free to listen to it or not. Because women need to understand how much God values to give you the opportunity and the privilege to partake the mystery of life. And the enemy of life come around telling you, oh, it's not a good thing. Most of the sisters in their 40s, without husband and children today, they regret it, but very bitterly, but still it. And they can't change it. So if you have a young children, start speaking to them that we are victims. And again, me correctly, I'm not here to bash anybody because I didn't do better than anyone anyway. I'm saying that we are all victims, men and women, but we got to understand how serious is what the enemy is doing. So when they build a woman against their very children, next thing is build them against the husband. Oh, make your own man that you won't need a man. It sounds good. It sounds like now you are independent. Now you are free. From what? From the person that should protect you, that should provide, that should love you and cherish you. From the father of your children, from the foundation of your children, from the source of your children. If somebody say, I want to make you independent from the one that love you, that sound like that person love you, really? If I come in your life right now, supposedly have a good relationship with your spouse, with your husband, and I say, look, I want to offer you a job, I'm going to pay you 6 figures, I want to offer you all of that, so you can be independent. You won't need your husband anymore. You can do whatever you want, take a trip, do anything you want. I want you to be free from him. He's nagging, he's too much, controlling, all of that. No. I don't think that person loves you. If the person will say, okay, let us make your life better. Let us educate the man on how to treat you better. I think that's a good idea. You see that? The very man that love you already, providing for you that you have children with, let us make him become a better husband to you, better father to the children, better provider. But let him teach him how to love you as a woman, how to cherish you, how to speak to you, how to treat you. What about that? And yourself, how to become a better woman to him that he can cherish, that he can protect, he can take a privilege to provide for. What about we do it that way instead? That build a man to become a better husband for the wife, and build a wife to be a better wife for the husband. and the whole family come right. That is God's way. But the enemy is not doing it. The enemy is like this. Look, we give you everything you want, everything. Everything you need, we give it to you. But we don't want, we want you to be free from that man that love you. And it sounds like, yeah, we have women right now. Now we have everything. That is a blunt deception, if you should say it. So I'm not here to defend men, though. Get me correctly. Men are we are not doing good. But the solution is not to build women against men. It's about building both instead, making men become better. If we want to bring a real solution, making men become responsible, disciplined, teach him about how to manage the resources, how to develop things. What about we build a man? From the young age, build a man how to develop multiple sources of income. Very early, from 16-year-old, they should have a program to educate boys to become a man. Teach them how future look like, how they need to build stuff. That's what the Jews doing for their children. They grow up building stuff because they understand the role of a man. And guess what? Come here in Brooklyn, you're going to see. The Jew mothers in the street with their children is so beautiful. How that is possible? They teach the young men earlier how much it costs to take care of stay-home mom and children. It's not by working from 9 to 5 won't do it. It's not enough. So they teach them quickly how to have something, have real estate, have this, have that, and help them to build for that. That's what they teach. And that's what Adventist home was teaching also. If we have to really, really listen. So if a man was built up to be better husband, better father, and a woman built to be a better wife, better mother, all of that, he will have solved the problem. The building against is dangerous. So what happened now? Now women are growing up, they have their job, have a children that they give up to the state, to the school to train their children. Children grow up, they don't love you, and you feel bad. Now you are not able to play all the role because now you have a full-time job, a lot of stuff. So you're so exhausted when you come home. You can't even have a time for your children or with your husband. So it's not about just a job. Now it disconnects you. So you grow now realizing that your children don't love you that much, and your husband, which he never marry you anywhere, you can feel it. They don't need to tell you, you can feel it. You realize money can fix it. Sometimes it's too late. But thank God if you're willing. So the problem is profound. It's an agenda to destroy you as a woman because they know the very moment you are removed from the home, everything will crumble. Everything. So we need to understand the design is against you in the name of your right. It will break you, break your children, break your house, and break everything. But the problem is you won't see it immediately. You realize that when it's too late. When you realize you don't have a real bond with your children or with your husband. You realize that you have replaced them with whatever else that was proposed to you. You can feel it, but you can't blame anybody. And guess what? It's frustrating you. I work with a lot of families, and I can tell you many regret it. And it's a little bit, and it's almost too late. Now, watch this though. The same people that tell you, don't breastfeed your children. Same people that say, do abortion easily. Same people tell you, go to work, hand over your children to us, we'll take out their education. We will design and shape their future. The same people tell you, oh, we want you to be free from your husband. The same people tell you, you know what? It's even better you divorce. If you divorce, you take half of everything and give it to you. And then we take child support, give it to you, alimony to you. Look at this, you're gonna have a lot of stuff. Go for it, do it, do it, do it. I came back 2008 and I was in Louisiana for a few months. And guess what? Then my first experience about how American family look like is a man married to a sister, Adventist, both have 4 children, and she's a stay-at-home mom. This man have a two job for years, for more than 15 years, whatever. They own 2 homes. And one day the wife decide we need a divorce. Like, are you joking? I said, no. Why? She want a new experience. What does that mean? I feel like I need something better than this. Uh-oh. Finally, the pastor needs to step in. Is your husband cheating? No. Is he providing for the household? Yes. Is he abusing you? No. Is he physically abusive? No. Emotionally? No. Why you want divorce? I just want to feel free and go away. I'm just tired to be mother or a mother and a wife. All of them. I'm just tired. A lot of you on this line think like that sometimes. Please. Yes, it might feel like that, but it's not that. It's your home. And you are the queen ruling there. Yeah. Just see it differently. Your husband needs to work to take care of you. So who is the boss really? Huh? Your children are going to grow up and take care of you as well. Let nobody tell you you are missing out. And she pushed the divorce. And right after the divorce, she sold the 2 houses, both. Start traveling around as she can. A few years, all the money is gone. And guess what? She returned to the husband to ask for forgiveness. The husband said, oh, no, I forgive you. But there's no way you and me living again. Like, by the way, since when you left, does not last long before what you don't like, somebody wanted so badly. So somebody already there. And that was the end of the story. And I'm like, this sounds strange to me. Because it's the first time I heard something like that. That people divorce and take the 2 houses, give it to the husband, give it to the wife because they have 4 children. They have their reason to do their stuff that I don't know very much. So I'm sorry if I say anything wrong about it. But it looks strange. Now, how much does society want a man in the society? How much does society want a man to love a woman that can act like that? A man doing 2 jobs, own the house for his wife and children. At the end, he had to be left with nothing. How are you building a man to love you like that? In society where we are afraid of you, we love you, but we are at the same time we are cautious because we don't know what you're going to bring around. Because there are laws that are teaching you your right. Your right is take everything if you want to. You can break the marriage if you want to. You can do a lot of stuff. Get me right. I'm not saying that woman cannot divorce. Yes. But let it be something that comes from you, not being manipulated. Because some of the men, I'm sorry, we are not doing that good. Some men are irresponsible. They cannot provide. They're abusive. It's too much. It might lead to divorce. Okay. It had to come from a very reasonable way than the propaganda, the playing in the woman's head, trying to offer them something. For that reason, they had to sacrifice their marriage. That's what I'm talking about. So some men, they don't want to be men. They should be left alone. Okay. I don't promote divorce at all. But I'm just saying that some situation can be worse. But the problem nowadays is, go look at the statistic. Most of the men file for divorce. Here who regretted the divorce? Men, women again. Most of the women file for the divorce. Okay? For most of the divorce file, it's a woman. Now they are saying, who regret the divorce? Who's number one? The same woman. So that means you have been really played. The women need to claim their right. Which one? The one God has given you. not the one the society is pushing, having another agenda behind it. Because the society for this end time, they had to break homes. So who transform a house onto a home? Only women that have the power. Are you hearing me? Oh, she's just special. Have empty house and you put a woman, normal woman there, and a man that can be responsible. Come back after a few years, she will fill up the rooms, daughters, like the girls and the boys, the men up different, the whole design, everything changed. That is a powerful woman. She can create a whole nation. Yes. But when somebody telling you to break the very thing you should build, you should know that voice from the devil. So I want women to realize that there's a lot of things built against you to break the very thing you are intended to build. And that is your real problem. You gotta wake up to it. Now they go further. Watch this. They make you attack your children. They cannot just say breast milk as they should. You have to be sent to school earlier. And then they build you against your husband about your right, make your own money, everything. Notice now, they build you against yourself. Or you need to dress a certain way, otherwise you will not be, you don't look good. Or you gotta paint your face. Oh, remove your nail, they are not good. Oh, I mean your lips not big enough. Put something in it. Oh, you're horrible, remove this stuff, put some strange stuff. And slowly before you know it, you may start looking strange. So the attack was not just about you against your children, against your wife, not against your own self. Oh, go in a graph you're behind. It's not big enough. You should not look like that. No, you don't look good at all. You got to graph your behind. Make your butt look bigger. Oh, your breast, no, you gotta increase it. You are not looking good enough. To the point where women are hating themselves. I want all the men to see and pause that women have been severely attacked and they need help. So don't be too mad at your wife. She needs help. She had been damaged. She had been sold a lot of lies for years. So let me describe again the woman I'm trying to describe. It's a woman that originally is made to partake the mystery of life. She delights to be a mother. She delights to be a stay-at-home mom. She delights to be a reason why a man should get up every day to go to work and work harder. She delights that when the husband come home broken and tired, and she can be a resting place. She can be, husband, I see you work so hard. Go take a shower quickly. I have a hot meal for you. She delights to say that. When the children come back from work, mommy, she's the center of life. When the husband come home, honey, where are you? She is the center of everything, of life. Whatever, scream life refer to mothers, refer to wives. And to somebody come say, no, that's not good for you. You gotta become, you need your own freedom, you need your own rights, you need your own thing. Then send the children to the school, the government, your husband, go get your own job, you won't need him anymore. And then what do we have as a woman now? Women that cannot sacrifice their body for their children, women that don't have a time for their husband, women that don't even hate their own body, they need to put all they say to put on, change your nail, your lips, your everything, change. Women that she can't dress the way she wants, she needs to dress to fit in the design they have. Look at a person like that, just look at it. A person built against her own children, built against her own husband, built against herself. That is a wife you have. She is damaged. She needs help. You don't see your wife as a bad woman anymore. See her as a victim that needs help. And the brothers start praying for her. And then become patient with her. And then say, what about we go and learn God way? That means you got to man up yourself very much. You got to get on your knees and say, Lord, please This woman is so broken. I've been so victim. I want to become a better husband, please. I want to become a resting place for her. When the world says she does not look good enough, she needs to put things on. She needs to change this. And how to reassure every day, you are beautiful just for me. Because God made you to be one with me to fulfill his purpose every day. While the world, the advertisement showing how she should look like, how much she can fake it, you're saying you are just fine. Yeah. Are you hearing me? Then a man needs to learn now to reassure your wife that you are exactly who you should be. I'm proud and I respect the fact that you choose to be the mother of my children. I thank you for being patient with me all of these years. I want to become a better husband. Anybody hearing me? If we want to fix our wives, we start from us, me, and then slowly let her see all that have been pushed upon her and say, I am damaged too as a man. Let us go to God. So it's very crucial. Now, if you want to go deeper about what I'm trying to say, when they change food, they purposely modify things to hurt the estrogen. That is a global agenda. Go and research, you're going to see it. They decide to deeply engineer women. Go and look at the agenda from 1960s. It started from 50s and fully done in the 60s. The women back there would have their first period when they are 16, sometimes 17. Now it's 9 years old, 9 years. What happened? Because they modify food to make a lot of food become estrogen precursor. Is it flaxseed? Flaxseed used to be maybe one of the best seed on earth, one of the best. And but they realize if you modify flax, you're going to make it become a highly estrogen precursor. Soy, many other food. And it's to modify women hormone, modify their feelings, their emotions, everything. And we have now young women wired. Please don't hate them. Please, they are victim of medication, of modified food, of the propaganda, of everything. So the description I'm giving to us here is not a hate on women. No, it's a description of how much they are victim. Then I'm saying, let us help. Amen. Let us come to help to rescue our mother, rescue our wife, rescue the queen, rescue the mother of the society, rescue the one that's called by God to partake the mystery of life. And how do we start? By men becoming much manly, much patient, knowing that you are dealing with a broken vessel that needs to be fixed. You got to approach that with clean hand as well. Become much patient to deal with it. You see that? That is the first thing she needs right now, support, the godly support by a person that shows that the transformation is possible at their level as well. So when we understand the whole thing, then we go God's way. They become a Christian wifehood. So you want to be free from all you have been sold as a lie, as your right. Now you want to become a mother again, God's way. You see? You want to become a wife again, God's way. You want to be someone who is satisfied with herself, doesn't need to put anything on, nothing, just naturally realize I am created by God and trusted with the mystery of life. Look in the mirror and just be happy. Yes. So the healing need to get right. I mean, you need to reconnect to your children much more. Reconnect with your spouse, husband, and go back to God who has put you in a position of privilege. And here's how they're going to tell the woman, oh, you can provide for yourself, be your own stuff. And you don't see it's a lie. You cannot replace any man. I know that's offensive. Let me say loudly. You cannot and you are incapable to replace a man. You know what? You will never be a man. You can't think like a man because we think differently. It does not mean we are superior. We are saying we are different. You can't become us and we cannot become you. So it's not from a position of we are higher than you. No, we are just saying that we are all the same level, but we are different. God built us differently. So when you are broken down emotionally, you start crying. So if a wife broke down in a situation crying, and husband also start broken down crying, so who's gonna console home? Who's gonna build up hope? Huh? And when a man is overwhelmed, a woman comes with a manly energy, how that can work? Now, look at all the road around. Men build all the bridge, we build it. We are builders. We build everything. We take care of you and your children and the children, and we take a pride to be men. Don't try to replace or help us to become better husbands. Amen. So I am much more in understanding the problem and bringing the solution instead. So it's crucial that we understand the problem. I'm going to touch the solution a little bit. The next Sabbath, I'm going to spend much time on the solution because without that, we can't do it right. Okay. So that is what the problem look like. So what is the solution? Number one, men need to become much manly, come priest again. Why? Most of the role of a woman depend on men. That's the reason why. For example, woman as a helper. I'm going to help you if you're not doing anything. Huh? Anybody understand me why? To solve woman the problem, that's to fix men. Well, a man, you are the source. So if you're not doing that, so how do I can help you as a helper to the source, to the family? You are a priest. How can I help you as a priest if you're not a priest in the home? How can I be a real mother if you're not playing your role as a father? So womanhood depend a lot on men. You cannot help women. You cannot heal women without healing men first. It cannot work. It sounds strange, but just look at the design. Therefore, anytime you want to build women independently, you're going to break them. I'm not saying that you need to be married. No. I'm talking about from a general perspective that women cannot fully function with a dysfunctional man. She cannot play the role of a helper. If the man is not really doing anything that need any help, that means you are not really doing your work as a man and need, like Adam need to be keeping the garden to need helper. It makes sense? Adam need to be in God's presence. Eden means God's presence. So if a man is not a priest, it's hard for women to play that role. That's why a lot of sisters on this line are very frustrated because when they wake up, expect the man to lead out the devotion, but the man's not even coming sometimes. I had to call him as a child to come. So we can't help that sister very much if we can't help that man either. It becomes difficult. In the education of the children, when the father talks, children turn around. But if she's like another child, then we have a problem. Provision, men should provide. Now, a lot of men nowadays, we want a woman that can provide more. It's sickness. So in the healing of a woman, by the way, how God created Adam, Adam was created, and in him, all was created, including Eve. God did not create Adam, then create Eve. No. God created Adam. And in Adam, Eve is already created. But then God made a body for Eve from the rib of Adam. So there's no way you're going to fix Eve without Adam. Am I making sense, all the men on the line? But it can happen where you don't, the Adam you have is an Adam that's like, I don't know, kind of a man damaged so much that he's not willing yet to do anything. That's all right. Let Christ play that role. Then let Christ become the husband man in your life. Then build a covenantal loving relationship with Christ. Even in a healthy marriage, that should be done by every woman first. And then you start taking the design, the role God has called you for. You start looking into it, the motherhood, the dimension of that, the wifehood, what is meant to be a wife. You're not doing it for a husband, though, because if you do that, if he's not a good husband, then you're not going to be a good wife. Are you hearing me? You do it because God called you to be a mother. You're a good mother not because you have a good children. You're a good mother because God called you to be a mother. A wife, you choose to be a good wife because God says so. Slowly, you're going to start healing and healing and healing. And we're going to continue next time because it's a very important topic. And we will show how, again, by God, we can reestablish women in their power, in their home, as a mother, as a wife, as the one trusted by God with the mystery of life. And it's slowly something powerful going to happen. So it's important that we get there. I'm going to stop here for now. Also, this evening, just put one thing in mind. I described the situation of a woman as how much the system of the beast has so attacked women to hate their own, not to disconnect from their own children, disconnect from their own husband, disconnect from their own self, their own body. And when you see very much, you're going to see a person that should be in their house, that she transformed into a home. And now she lost the connection with her children, the connection and the love with her husband. And she doesn't even love her own self. That is the woman that needs help. And next time we're going to continue the detail about it because I don't want to abuse the time. So thank you for your time, but I want you to be assured of one thing. God knew things going to be like this. God knew men will become so broken because part of woman problem as well, a broken man. A lot of sisters want to get married, but look at all the men. They don't look like strange beings. It's a problem to women. They want to be married, but look at the men. They're not manly. It's a problem. So to solve woman problem, we're gonna solve man issue. We're gonna fix the man again. We're gonna fix the husband. We're gonna fix the fathers. And then as women develop that sense of privilege being by God, and they go back to become what God wants them to be. Oh, something powerful going to happen. All right. So let's just pause here and take a few questions and we're going to close. But I'm going to come back to this next time in detail. How women can heal 100% by God's grace. How to become a mother that you should be. How to become a wife you should be around the men that should be a real husband as well. And slowly bringing the design back in a home where the man is a priest, when a man is a provider, is a protector, is a true lover, understanding the wife, and the wife become a real mother, real wife, and a godly wife, all of these things, and slowly that home is right under the heavenly sanctuary, and a husband under Christ high priesthood, and the end time prophecy will be taught in that home, the health message in that home, slowly the home. Everybody have diabetes, have blood pressure. In the next 6 months, it will go away because we reform everything, we get it. Our finances, we sit down and start budgeting, start doing things to clear up our debt as much as we can. Our relationship, we train more to educate. Husband and wife need to take seminars on how to improve your marriage, read books. We are dedicated to we're going to become a good husband, you're going to become a good wife, let's go for it. And the children help them to have a purpose and vision directions. Slowly, we're going to bring the whole home back to divine design. It's going to be beautiful. Amen. All right, let's stop here and take